Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Before anything else, I'm so happy to see you and to continue my advocacy to reach out the students who are doing the online classes and also to help those who are doing their modular or modules as of this moment. So this video discussion is very helpful for you to understand your lessons in mathematics. Again, this video discussion is intended to those who are doing the online classes out there and also those who are answering their modules. Okay, so I hope everybody will still support my channel and will continue to subscribe my channel. Do not forget to subscribe and share this channel to your friends out there, especially those who are in need of these topics or this video discussion. Are you ready? I guess you're all ready. Let's go over with our new topic for this year, the first video discussion that we have this year. This is intended to those who are having their mathematics in the modern world subject or course. So this is very helpful. So I will now share the screen. So for today, we will talk about the mathematical language and symbol, which is part of the part or chapter 2 of this mathematics in the modern world. So for today's lesson, I know you're all excited. So our topic for this video discussion will be about or is about mathematical language and symbols. So we have to be guided with the objectives as you can see on the screen. So for today's lesson, we're going to discuss the language, symbols, and conventions of mathematics. Another thing also for today, we're going to explain the nature of mathematics as a language. And of course, we're going to perform operations on mathematical expressions correctly, its basic concepts and logic. And lastly, we're going to appreciate that mathematics is a useful language. So now let's try to define first some key concepts in this topic. We have the language, symbol, syntax, and rules of mathematics. So the key concepts that we need to remember in this topic or in this video discussion is the language of mathematics. What is language of mathematics? We define it as you can see there. I highlighted the word, the language of mathematics as the system, the word itself. I will highlight the word system used by mathematicians to communicate mathematical ideas among themselves. So as I have said, this is a system. So for a while, this is a system or a method. This is a medium or a way to communicate with the or some concepts in mathematics that are used by mathematicians to communicate with mathematical ideas among themselves. So that is the meaning of the language of mathematics. We all know that language is, or in English, language is a very important thing or a medium to understand each other and even a main way or method to communicate with one another. Same in mathematics. When we talk about the language of mathematics, this is a way or a medium to communicate and understand some mathematical concepts in order for us to communicate it or understand it clearly. So that is the importance or the concept, the concept of language in mathematics. So now let's proceed to the next key concept. Mathematics as a language has symbols to express a formula or to represent a constant. So symbols in mathematics, it is very helpful in language or in the language of mathematics because this is used to express a formula or express a certain situation or thing or phenomena. So that is the role of symbols in the language of mathematics. It will help us to express a formula or to represent something or a situation or anything. So next term that we need to be familiar of in this video discussion is the word syntax. So syntax, or it has syntax to make the expression well formed, to make the characters and symbols clear and valid, that do not violate the rules. So we all know that even in English grammar or in English language, we have grammars, we have syntax to correct if we violate some rules in English or in grammar. Same in mathematics. When we talk about the language of mathematics, we also talk about syntax. So syntax has also the same role in here in the language of mathematics, because syntax will help us validate that we did not violate any rules in mathematics. So that's the use of syntax in here. Another concept that we need to remember in here, a mathematical concept is independent of the symbol chosen to represent it. What does it mean? That means that a mathematical concept or idea, it will exist even without the existence of symbol. Why is it possible, sir? Yes, it's possible because the symbol is just used to represent or to understand the mathematical concepts for language, for communication purposes. But even without symbols, mathematical concept will still exist because mathematics is already there. It's part of the creation of God. It can be seen or it exists already in our world, in our surroundings, even if we don't know yet about them. So that's why mathematical concept exists even without symbol. We just use the symbol to understand some of the mathematical concept for a better or clear communication. So that's the point of that. Okay, so I hope you got something. You got something so far. So the language of mathematics, again, we focus in this video discussion rather, will focus on, or we focus on rather, in the language of mathematics. So we will also talk about some symbols that are related to the language of mathematics. So the language of mathematics makes it easy to express the kinds of symbols, syntax, and rules that mathematicians like to do and characterize with the following. First, precise. The word precise in the language of mathematics, that means able to make very fine distinction. And example of that, the use of mathematical symbol is only done based on the meaning and purpose. Example, plus means add. This one, I'll highlight this. We all know that this one means add. We use this symbol for add, for a precise or very fine distinction of the symbol in the language of mathematics. This one means subtract. This one means multiply, so on and so forth. So we use symbols to represent something which is very precise. So that's the meaning of precise in the language of mathematics. Another thing also in here that we have is concise. In the language of mathematics, we characterize it by its concision, or concise rather, meaning to say, able to say things briefly. So that is concise, able to say something or things briefly. So example of that is the long English sentence can be shortened using the mathematical symbols or mathematical sentence. Let's have an example. 1 plus 2 equals 3. In mathematical symbols, that means 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So can you see the difference? That is what it meant about the conciseness, or able to say things briefly in the language of mathematics. So now let's proceed to the next. In the language of mathematics, it is characterized by powerful. What does it mean? It's such a power that you can imagine. The word powerful there is able to express complex thoughts with relative ease. So let's have an example to understand powerful in the language of math. The application of critical thinking and problem solving requires the comprehension, analysis, and reasoning to obtain the correct solution. So that's how powerful the language of mathematics being characterized. So I want you to remember these characteristics of the language of mathematics. Again, we have the precise, concise, and powerful. So don't forget about it. Let's proceed. Writing mathematical language as an expression or a sentence. We all know that in mathematics, an expression or mathematical expression is a finite combination of symbol that is well formed according to rules that depend on the context. So another thing also in writing mathematical language as an expression or a sentence, it is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols used to represent a mathematical object of interest. So an expression does not state a complete thought. It does not make sense to ask if an expression is true or false. So again, one thing that I want you to realize in here or focus on the word, it does not make sense to ask if the expression is true or false. In short, it does not state complete thought or a complete thought. Again, an expression in the mathematical language is same as how we define the expression in English. It does not state a complete thought. You are not even or making sense to ask if the statement, or shall I say the thought, is either true or false. So that's why we call it, it does not state a complete thought. That is expression or mathematical expression in mathematical language. So what are the examples of these? So we have it here. We have 5, 2 plus 3, 10 over 2, 6 minus 2, quantity plus 2, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So these are examples of expressions. So it is commonly seen, we commonly see it rather in numbers, sets, and in functions. So these are, or this is the concept of expression or mathematical expression in the language of mathematics. So I want you to remember that one. So do not forget that. So here are some types of expressions that I want you to grasp on. The first one is the arithmetic expression. As you can see on the screen, we can have it arithmetic expression as the expression consists of numbers and arithmetic operators. Again, we have two requirements. It consists of numbers and operation. Example, 65 plus 9 minus 4. So this is an example of arithmetic expression. So again, it consists of numbers and arithmetic operators. So I highlighted it there, as you can see. Another thing also or another type of expression is what we call fractional expression. What do you mean by fractional expression? This is an expression class. As you can see, expression consists of fractional numbers and arithmetic operators. So as you can see there, these are example 25 over 4 plus 36 over 5. So these are examples of fractional expressions. Another thing also is lastly, the common thing that the common type of expression that we usually or commonly encountered in mathematics, especially in algebra, algebraic expression. So when we talk about algebraic expression class, that means what? For a while. Okay. That means expression consists of unknown variables, numbers, and arithmetic operators. So meaning to say this time, unlike in arithmetic and fractional expressions, in algebraic expressions, we will include the unknown variables, or we will now use variables in here. So as you can see in the example, we have it 3x squared plus 5, which is an example of algebraic expression. So these are the types or three types of algebraic expressions that I want you to recognize in this video discussion. So now let's proceed to a formal or another definition of a mathematical expression. Again, what is mathematical expression? So as you can see, a mathematical expressions is a group of numbers and or variables grouped together using operators. What are the operators? We have the plus, minus, times, and divide. So as you can see, we have the examples of, or some examples of mathematical expressions. We have it a plus b, a minus b, 3x, and 2x plus 3y minus 6. So these are examples of mathematical expressions. So I'm sweating much in here. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. So now let's proceed. So what's the difference of a mathematical sentence from a mathematical expression? So if we have mathematical expression in our previous slides, we also have a mathematical sentence in the next slide. Okay, so a mathematical sentence, when we define it, as you can see there, you can read it there on the screen, it is a group of symbols that states a relationships between two mathematical expressions. This can be either true or false. Unlike in the expression a while ago, it does not ask either a true or false statement. But in mathematical sentence or sentences, these can be either true or false. Again, I'll repeat, it is a group of symbols that states a relationship between two mathematical expressions. So you can just see it there, the difference. Examples, 3/4 is not equal to 2/5. 1 is equal to 2 is equal to 17, and 14 minus 8 is equal to 6. So one thing or one clue that I want you to remember in mathematical sentence, since this can be either true or false, then the clue or our clue in this concept of the language or in the language of mathematics is the symbol of equal sign or unequal sign. So if you can see an equal sign or an equal sign, that means it's part or an example of mathematical sentence. Exactly. So now, a mathematical sentence can be considered as equation or inequality. So a mathematical sentence built from expressions using one or more equal signs. So this is what I said a while ago. So when we define or when we identify mathematical sentence, we will just be guided with the clue of the symbol of, in the symbol of equal signs. So if it has equal signs, that means it's part of mathematical sentence, and mathematical sentence refers to equation or inequality. So as you can see there, the examples, I will not read it anymore. You can just see it on the screen. You can take the note of that. So now let's try to define the difference between the two, because some of you will misunderstood expression from equation and equation from expression. So these are, or this is rather, the screen shows the difference between expression and equation so that it will be easier for us to understand the two terms. So when we say expression, it does not have an equal sign. Take note of that. Only operations, plus or minus, could be times and divide. On the other side, for equation, we can say equation has an equal sign separating two expressions. So these are the difference between the two. Again, expression does not have an equal sign. Equation has an equal sign. Easy to remember, right? I know, right? So you'll just take the note of that. Another thing also that we need to talk about in this video discussion is the concept of mathematical convention. As you can see there, a mathematical convention is a fact. Say with me, fact. Name, name. Notation, notation. Or usage, usage, which is generally agreed upon by mathematicians. So again, when we talk about mathematical conventions, these are fact, name, notation, or usage, okay, that we use in mathematics or in the language of mathematics. So another thing also that we need to remember in here, in this slide, mathematicians follow conventions in order to allow other mathematicians to understand what they write without constantly having to redefine basic terms and procedures. That's why in mathematics, we have our own language. Our language are or can be seen in the symbols that we commonly seen or encountered in the subject of math. So again, when we say mathematical conventions, these are fact, name, or notations or usage that which is generally agreed upon by mathematicians. So mathematicians follow conventions in order to allow other mathematicians to understand what they write without constantly having to redefine basic terms and procedures. Another thing also, it is the proper use of conventions allow students, of course, and teachers to identify the strengths and points of error when deconstructing responses rather in math. So mathematical conventions allow for effective communication. So this is really the role of mathematical convention in mathematics. It will help us communicate effectively and to make the language more clearly and it can be understood easily. So that is the word it's a convention, mathematical convention. So I hope you got something in here. So here are some mathematical symbols that we use for mathematical language or language in mathematics, which is more convenient to for us to use. These are the plus, as you can see. So I want you to take the note of that. I'll not read them all. I just want you to remember all the symbols. So here, so on the screen, it shows the mathematics symbols. So as you can see, the plus, minus, multiply, the operations, the inequalities, greater than, less than, the equal to, not equal to, similar, congruent to, so on and so forth. So please take down note of these. You can just take a pause in this section of my video discussion because I want you to take down note of that because these symbols are very important for us to know about so it will be easier for us to communicate with them.